It's Philomena Cunk breaks the interview. That video you would send usually. It's just gameplay, so you know, I'm not uninterested, but for this stream I just want to do like, again, anything we don't usually do, so yeah. So I guess I was told last time this is like some parody of British history or something. I decided to skip last time, but I guess this time it's a shorter video, so we can just try it out, I guess. Philomena Cunk breaks the interviews. I have no more context.
And then, of course, we have a whole era later that people called the Enlightenment.
Is that in this episode, or will that come up later?
I'm guessing it will come up later.
Which episode are we in now?
Probably something about the Middle Ages.
Yeah, but is it like episode 3 or episode 4?
What?
I'm afraid I'm not sure.
We're both just lost here, aren't we? This is fucking awful.
Oh,
people like happy and
is this like a Borat kind of thing? Like, is this scripted or is this like a real interview kind of thing? I don't know if you're watching Addo to explain. Hello Jay. No, I open everything, but again, I'm not like, you know, I choose what I want to watch on this stream. This is not the usual stream. On this stream, I only watch what interests me. But I might watch one of your video though. I might do it. Yeah, I think this is kind of like Borat maybe, where like, you know, like she's a troll or something, and she tries to act like it's a serious interview, but not really, I guess.
don't they?
Oh, they like a happy ending, yeah, but they don't get it, of course, here.
What do you mean?
Oh, you know, the ending, they die. I mean, you know, the lovers, Romeo and Juliet, I mean...
They die at the
end. They die, spoiler.
Yes, Juliet poisons herself, and then Romeo comes in, and he dies too.
So we should put a spoiler there, should we?
You should. Okay. You should.
What makes us as creatures turn on each other like that? And could you keep the answer to one short sentence, because otherwise they get really pissed off in the edit?
Fear, honour and interest.
Really? Those are the 3?
That's it in a nutshell.
Okay.
What? I don't know who edits this, but that's going to have to do.
I'm still not sure if this is acted or not. I can't tell. But, okay.
King Arthur came a lot, didn't he?
What?
I think you mean that he's associated with the court of Camelot.
Camelot.
No, it definitely says King Arthur came a lot.
He might have, I mean, kings probably, you know, a lot, yeah. That makes sense to me.
Camelot.
Camelot.
Yeah, it's his court, where he held court.
Oh
it's a place.
Right. Yeah, if this isn't scripted, this is awkward as hell.
Was Renaissance? Was that a sort of 16th century ketchup?
Renaissance comes from the French. It's Renaissance is birth. So it was seen as a rebirth.
So it's not a condiment at all?
No, not as far as I know.
Okay. What sauces did they use back then?
So this is an area of culinary history I'm not very familiar with, the history of sauces.
Oh, so
it is a good question. What kind of sauce were like ancient people into? Yeah, what kind of sauce were people making? What was the mayonnaise and the ketchup at the time? That's a good question. Hey, she's kind of smart. Huh? I'd never thought of that.
You're not the sauce person.
I'm not predominantly a sauce person.
We're gonna have to rethink this whole interview. What was the Soviet onion?
Well, I think you're labouring under a misapprehension, and you probably mean the Soviet Union.
Oh.
No, it's onion. I saw it.
The Soviet Union. Okay, this is so dumb. Yeah, this is like Borat. If you've never seen like the movie Borat, it's this American actor. I think maybe it's not American actually. Was like, you know, it's kind of like it's a movie basically, but it's like he's acting the role of like this guy from Kazakhstan, I think, who's like basically an interviewer, and you know, so he's really playing into like the stereotype of the guy being super dumb, super backward in terms of like views and all that, and he's basically going around America like interviewing people. So it's like, you know, he's kind of like acting, but also, you know, like they're actually interviewing people for real, and he's making them like do and say the craziest things, you know, about different things about America and stuff like that. Reminds me of that. Yeah. Diane Morgan playing Philomena Cunk does plan ahead what she's gonna ask, but depending on the guest answer, she'd need to improvise. So the guests, they know it's for comedy. Oh, okay. So they know it's for comedy. Okay, but still funny, I guess. Hello, nice to meet you.
On a bit of paper earlier.
Well, it's probably been misspelt or you can't read very well, but I think that you mean in historical terms the Soviet Union or the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics.
I don't want to be rude, but I think you're mansplaining a bit. Can we stick to the topic of the Soviet Union, please?
Okay.
What exactly was it?
You look so angry.
If you don't know, it's okay to say. You know, I won't judge you. What's the most political...
This is kind of hard to watch, like, I'm feeling the cringe. The cringe.
...thing that's ever happened in Britain?
I'm not sure.
It looks like David Tennant.
Gosh, that's a tricky question in the sense that there are definitely degrees.
The cringe is the appeal. I know.
Of.
Still better than Minecraft cringe compilation.
So there are lots of things that are straightforwardly political, and then there are other things that are not. They're sort of halfway, I guess. But I genuinely can't identify the most political.
Second most. Is it true that in the final years of his working life, Beethoven was dead?
Well, he was deaf for most of his life.
Oh, dead.
His half. Dead?
Yeah.
No.
The producer wrote it in the notes. It's definitely
She can't read. The joke is she can't read. Great.
In his later years, Beethoven was profoundly dead.
Profoundly deaf. D-E-A-F.
I mean,
obviously,
both can be true.
Deaf when he died, but was he deaf when he was still alive?
Yes, he was profoundly. Yeah, he was profoundly.
But not dead. He wasn't dead.
He wasn't dead
when he was alive.
No.
Oh my God!
Physical systems everywhere in the universe changes its state, and that change takes place in what we call time, and that's the only way we can infer the existence of time. But actually, what time is, we don't know.
Right. How does iambic pentameter work?
I think you're talking about iambic pentameter. Which is the way that kind of...
Iambic pentameter.
Pentameter, yeah.
This fucking accent are kidding me.
Pentameter, so...
What?
It would be a line of prose that would have 10 syllables with 5 particular stresses on.
Not pentameter?
No, not pentameter, no, it's pentameter.
Pentameter.
Someone told me. I was misinformed, it's fine.
Who told you? All right.
All right.
No, it's pentameter, yeah, iambic pentameter. Just to clarify.
Jesus was killed because people didn't like what he was saying. So could you call him the first celebrity victim of cancel culture?
I think cancel culture...
But probably not the first, though. Like, I'm sure there was a lot of people being killed for saying stuff people didn't like, even, BC, right? So not really.
Culture would sort of require the idea that people really saw Jesus as standing for something and they were sure they knew what it was.
Oh, no, sorry, that wasn't a question. I'm literally asking if you could call him the first celebrity victim of cancel culture for our show. Down that lens there. Just, it's a sort of, it's for a credit sequence with punchy sound bites in it. Off you go. Down that lens.
I mean, true. People would click on that. Yeah.
Okay, down this sense.
Yeah.
You might even say Jesus was the first celebrity victim of cancel culture.
Brilliant, thank you.
I mean, it's funny, but again, like, you told me they actually know this is a comedy show, so it takes a bit away from it, I think it'd be funnier if, like, there wasn't, if, like, people were literally, like, unaware of it. I'm sure some people would walk out at the interview, but it'd be funnier if, like, they weren't aware of it. And if you guys have never seen Borat, it's absolutely insane. Borat or, like, Ali G. Anybody has seen, like, stuff from Ali G? It's basically this, but, like, it's, the people don't know that, like, it's just, it's like a meme or an actor, basically. Like, stuff like Ali G is just, it's pretty amazing. Like, he used to do interview and they're just hilarious. He had one with Trump, that's right. And Borat is the same thing, like, just, it's really funny. But yeah, that's funny nonetheless. I mean, good video. Okay, so that's what Philomena Cunk is. That's a name too. That's one of a name. Alright, very funny. Very British, I guess. Is this what British comedy is? Interesting.